Hey, I have a question for you. Do you find yourself sharing your dreams or maybe explaining your dreams? A little bit confused? So was I. In today's episode, we'll make some powerful distinction just about that, right after the intro. Welcome to the Day One Journey, episode 101. Chi-ching! Yeah! Well, this is the second 3-digit episode. Yes, episode 101. Pretty exciting, isn't it? Either way, we don't really celebrate this episode or the episode before because this is still the Day One Journey. Every day is day one. Every day is a new beginning. So let's go right ahead into this episode. Did you think about the question? Do you share your dreams or do you explain your dreams? What's the difference? What is better? What is more empowering? Well, in the first episode of the Day One Journey, maybe the first 20 or 15 episodes, we talked about dreams and I shared with you all my biggest, insane, ridiculous dream. Check these episodes out. Why did we share these dreams? Do you remember? We share those because we want to give them some life, give them birth. Yeah, put them out there, make ourselves accountable, make other people laugh about our dreams because that will mean they are big enough, and so many other extra reasons why to share the dreams. But in today's episode, we mentioned explaining our dreams. What does that even mean? Explaining your dreams. I'll share with you some personal experience about that, me explaining too much about my dreams. So right now I'm not in Israel. I was born in Israel. I'm not in Israel right now. One reason for that, I want the quiet, I want the space to work on my things. So every time I speak with a friend and they ask me, how are you? Everything is good. What's up with the projects? What's up with the dreams? They ask. So I share with them a little bit. Then usually it comes to the point when they don't understand why things will work. I'm doing pretty unusual stuff, so I'm not judging. And then they ask many questions and they are pretty interested and they are worried about me, worried about that might not work or etc, etc. So I'm tempted, yes, I'm using this word on purpose, I'm tempted to explain them why it's going to work because they sort of saying it's not going to work or asking how it's going to work, and I'm tempted to explain them step by step. This is explaining your dreams. This is explaining your dreams. It takes so much time, and then they might not even understand. And then I'm stopping myself. It took me quite a while to reach this conclusion. I just stopped myself and asked myself, why? Is it beneficial for me? Is it beneficial for them? The only benefit I saw for them was if they were really worried about me. So they know I know what I'm doing. That was probably the one benefit I understood because it doesn't help me. Because I can use this energy to execute my dreams instead of explaining them. And here I remind you, this is the No Routine series. This is the No Routine series. Do you remember what it's all about? It is about cutting off the not so much important stuff that might be tempting, that might even be fun and exciting. Cutting this one off, the less important stuff, to make room, to make space for the stuff that are really important for us. Yeah, so there's make the distinction. There's sharing your dream, say it once, say it twice, but that's it. Give it life, put the seed in the ground, and then don't talk too much about the seed. Water it. Yes, every day, day one journey. Put the work, get this energy. Don't explain yourself too much. Get the same energy and execute. And let your success be your noise. That's it. It is a game of priorities. It is a game of knowing what's more important for you, cutting off the less important stuff. This is the no routine. And do you know the connection for the third basic desire? Do you remember? The desire to express loosely organized opinions. So as I shared with you last episode about the three most basic desires, most responsible for our lack of self-discipline, the third one of them, the trickiest of them all, was express loosely organized opinions. So after discussing this specific desire, I told you how I took it personally, how I thought about myself regarding talking too much, and reached powerful two conclusions about that. The second conclusion is what I'm saying to you here. There's sharing your dreams and they're explaining them. I decide between me and myself, not explaining too much. I'd rather show you than explaining. Yeah, much better a demonstrated proof than a detailed explanation. Yeah, that's the thing. And then I get my energy and I put it where I want to put it, you know? And I'll tell you something personal that it was the way that I got leverage on top of myself. Yeah, leverage. Most of my life, I'm very proud of myself of being with a lot of patience. You know, when people were calling me and asking me how it's going to work, my projects, yes. So they were asking me how it's going to work, my projects. I had the patience to explain them. That's the tricky part. But then I also thought about myself, how to get leverage in myself. I'm proud of my patience. But I understood explaining why it's going to work. It is a lack of patience. Why is it a lack of patience? Because I was asking myself, am I not being patient enough for them to see what I'm talking about, even if it's in 10 or 20 years? Well, this is how I'm serious. I was laughing, but I was serious because I was tricking myself, getting leverage on top of myself, saying myself, don't you have enough patience to wait for them to see, to let your success be your noise? Keep quiet, get this energy, and put it to work. So this is what this episode was about. The distinction between sharing your dreams, putting them out there, give them life, give them birth, versus explaining your dreams, answering people why your dreams will work. It's none of their business. It is your business. This is your dreams. This is your dreams. This is for you to understand. Share them with the world to make yourself accountable. Share them with the world to own them, to give them birth. But then, don't put too much energy into explaining them, because this is your dreams. Other people don't need to understand. I'll tell you a secret. Even when you reach them, the people who didn't understand, They might say it was luck. They might say 100 million other things. So don't bother explaining them. Because even if you get it, they might say it was luck. They might don't understand. Just show them and get this extra energy. Get this extra energy into execution. Yes, execution. This is what Sonora Routine is about. So we are really out of time. But I want to share all these snippets of experience about this message for you. Don't explain too much. Share the dreams once and then go to work. Make them a reality. So back to you. I have an interesting assignment for you for the day as any other day. Today, when you find yourself, and I think it will happen for you today. Usually it happens every other day. People ask you how it's going to work. Whatever you're doing, maybe it's a small project, it's a big project. People ask you why and how it's going to work. Just before you are tempted to answer them and put some precious energy of yours in that conversation, I want you to raise the level of awareness and ask yourself, is it beneficial for me to explain them? And is it beneficial for them that I explain them? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But if it's not truly beneficial for you or for them, consider saying something like, wait, you'll see. This is my assignment for you for the day. Do this today. When someone asks you, why do you think it's going to work or how it's going to work, if they are not really working with you in this project and it's not beneficial for them and it's not beneficial for you, consider just saying, you'll see what I'm up to. You'll see. You'll see just that. You'll see, and then go back, take this extra energy and do some work. So do this until tomorrow. And of course, have an amazing day one.